Okay, so I have a really quick wig maker's tip when working with virgin hair or human hair that might be a little coarse or a little dry or brittle, and it might break easily, and you just really want to be able to work quickly ventilating, primarily with the smaller gauge needle. I usually use my 1 to 2 needle or 1 needle on an entire project. I never really go over grabbing 2 hairs. And as we know, when you use those smaller gauge needles, they're extremely sharp. They break the hair. The tip that I have is to use some type of oil. You have your argan oils, coconut oil, castor oil, and I use olive oil on my hair, on my own natural hair, to seal in moisture. And I got this idea because I had my olive oil right next to me when I was ventilating, and I always wet down the hair that I'm using so that it will glide a little bit easier. This is just a plain water bottle that I use, and here's my hair, and I just wet my hair down, you know, which is a typical thing for most wig makers to do. But the problem that I was having with this is that the hair still break, and before I can get, 5 knots made, the hair would be completely dry and I have to keep re-wetting it, and it would just be a very annoying process to me to have to keep wetting the hair all the time. So I had this isn't dew grow, it's actually olive oil in here. I have my olive oil, and I literally just put a drop of olive oil onto the hair, and what this does is it keeps it moist for a long time. It doesn't weigh down the hair. It actually helps keep the knots tight when you're making your knots, and also it doesn't break the hair. It glides through the needle really easily. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a little bit here because I'm at a really odd angle, but I'll try. And so I'm just grabbing 1 hair with this and doing a double knot, and this knot that I just made is extremely tight. Like, a lot of times when I'm ventilating, I try to make my knots as tight as possible, and I have a couple of wigs that I made for myself that I did not seal with anything, and they just do not shed because the knots are really tight. And so the oil does not prevent me, it actually helps me make these tight little knots. One right here where you can see a little bit better. I'm surprised that I'm even able to ventilate at this angle. It's kind of crazy. See that? Double knot. And so I suggest that you guys try this. I mean, look at this hair. It's still wet. You can tell because of the curl pattern down here. It's still pretty much clumped together. And this is going to stay wet for a while. I'm going to be able to ventilate this, all these hair. And this is probably like 20 strands of hair. And again, I only pull 1 strand at a time with the double knot. So, that takes a couple minutes to do, and this hair is going to stay moist and lubricated the whole time that I try to ventilate that without a problem. So again, what you need to do is spray down your hair with just plain water, and then use any type of oil that you have. And this particular hair is virgin Indian hair, and it's pretty brittle. It breaks. But with this process that I'm using with the water and then sealing the moisture in with the oil, even makes the rest of the hair a lot softer and more manageable. When you are completed with your wig, you would just simply give the hair a co-wash. And the good thing about it is, after you're done with your wig and you've given it the co-wash, since you've had oil sitting on the hair the whole time you've been ventilating it, it's like you gave your virgin hair an oil treatment. So the quality of the hair is going to just be a little bit better too. So yeah, I hope that's helpful for someone, and just let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye-bye.